Hello, everybody. This is Alicia. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I appreciate it. Happy Monday. And it is also my 48th birthday today. So if you would like to give me a gift of algorithm, hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Happy birthday. And that will give me a triple whammy on the algorithm. I appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about visualization. And I think a lot of people have some misconcepts around the idea of what it is to truly visualize in order to create or bring in what you are trying to draw into your life. So, vision boards are great, they're fun, and I think that that is a really good tool for um, putting together exactly a really clear idea of what it is that you truly want. So, having pictures of things, specific things that you want, and putting it in place where you can see them often, I think that that does, in fact, help leave imprints on your subconscious mind. I do think that that's a good tool. However, I think that a lot of people think that once they make their vision board and they hang it up in their office and 2 months later nothing has happened, they just think, well, this isn't working. And as a matter of fact, a lot of times goals become unrealized because we give up on them too soon. You have to understand that there's a little bit of an incubation period or gestation period, whatever word resonates with you, between the idea that you come up with of the desire that you want to have or what you want to create or something that you want to change, and there's there's a period of where the world has to kind of rearrange itself in order to provide you with your desired results. So, going beyond a vision board, which again, I do think that that's a really good first step, clarifying what it is that you want. Um, but once that is done, there also needs to be daily work as well. And the work involves taking some time during the day. 30 minutes a day, they say, is ideal. But even if you can't do a full 30 minutes, whenever you recognize that you have a couple of minutes to just kind of, so close your eyes, and you don't want to focus on your vision as if you were a spectator. And that's really the key difference. You don't want to, some people say, pretend like you're in a movie theater and you're watching the movie screen and play out the movie that you want to see. You're the main character of the story. And all of those things are true. You are the main character of the story, and you do want to play the mental movie that you want to see featured. That that is true. But I think the key difference is you don't want to be watching the movie screen. You want to be the actual character that's on that movie screen, playing out exactly what it is that you're doing. So, in other words, if you are trying to manifest your dream home, you don't want to look at the dream home from the outside in. Even if you're walking around in it, you want to be in it. You want to be looking through the eyes of being inside of it. You want to walk around and feel your kitchen countertops. You want to feel the furniture. You want to light the fire in the fireplace. You want to take a shower in that bathroom. You want to be actually doing those things inside of your dream home. Same thing about a car. If you're trying to manifest like a specific car that you really want, you don't want to, pretend that you're driving it. You want to actually be behind the wheel and driving it. So a lot of people give up during that incubation period because they think it's not working, but they haven't actually gone to that second step of taking the time to see themselves living that life. Because as you are mentally living that life, whatever it is that you're trying to create, you are embodying the identity of that person that is living that life. Just looking at a vision board isn't enough, because you have to get into the emotional end of it as well. And when you are swim, or you want to swim in your dream pool, don't just stare at the water. Like, get in the pool and actually swim. That's the difference, because when you do that, it generates a feeling behind it. And the feeling is a very big key factor in creating what it is that you want. Thoughts plus feelings plus non-resistance, you're going to get the results eventually. Sometimes they're going to be fast, sometimes they might take a little while, but again, things taking time is also kind of a limiting belief, because we only believe that things take time. If we didn't believe that things took time, nothing would take time, because in reality there is no such thing as time. So, but don't get frustrated and give up just because it doesn't happen immediately, because not everything can, not everything does. But the more you become aligned with the thoughts and feelings of having those things that you want, and you stay in that aligned state, you're drawing it into you much faster than if you're just staring at a vision board. Neville Goddard taught us to live in the end, the power of assumption. Those things are very, very powerful tools, because you get what you believe, you get what you assume. You just do. You can test that out and all these other, like, smaller areas of your life that are easier to comprehend or easier to understand. If you assume that when you go into a restaurant, whatever you order is going to be delivered to your table. You don't place your order and then question every 5 seconds, is it really coming? Is it really coming? Is it really coming? You just assume that it's coming, and it always does. When you order a package, from Amazon, you don't check every 5 minutes to see if it's shipped yet or if it's on its way. You just have that faith that it's going to be there. And some people have a hard time understanding that creating or manifesting really does work the same way. You have to be easy about it, just like you're ordering something online or ordering something in a restaurant. It has to be a natural, easy thing that you just know. Something that you want, something that you ordered, you just know that it's on its way. And sometimes that can be a challenging part for people to get past, because the limiting beliefs tell you that things are impossible. There's no such thing as impossible. The first two letters of impossible is I'm possible. You're possible. Anything that you want to create is possible. Just stop checking every 5 minutes. Stop needing to know the how. You have faith, and the how will come to you. It just does. But you don't give up. You have to, every single day, put that time in to feeling the love of the thing that you're trying to create. That's really important. Staying in alignment is everything. And if you can stay there, eventually, with the proper amount of faith, the way will come. The right people will start showing up in your life, the right circumstances. You know, when a lot of people, when they first start a new business, they say it takes what, 2 or 3 years for that business to really solidify. And if you can make it past that point, chances are that business is going to be successful. So try to look at it from that point of view. Try to look at your desires or your manifestations as starting a new business. It might be a learning curve at first. You might make some mistakes, you might falter, you might fall off the way time and time again, and that's okay. That's part of being a human. The only thing that you need to do is consciously be aware of that and then just realign yourself, right? So Try to look at it as a baby business that you are growing, that you're growing from the ground up. You've planted the seeds. Now you're just waiting for them to sprout, just like a tree, right? You don't plant something in your garden and go out an hour later and expect it to be this full grown, amazing thing. And I think that once you practice this enough on a daily basis, it does get easier and it does get kind of like automatic. Your brain will learn to turn on that automatic thing, like when you're having thoughts that are not productive to your manifestation, you start recognizing it faster and being like, nope, and then you change the script, change the story, change the script, and it gets faster and easier the more you practice it. And when I say practice, it's because it is a practice. Just like going to the gym and building muscle is a practice, just like yoga is a practice. We are all practicing our way into what we want, whether that's a yoga body, whether that's a muscular body, whether it's a healthy body. We practice our way into it. So it's the same thing with manifestation. It's the same thing with creation. You're creating your own business. You're creating your own identity, your own brand. Try to look at it like that and it becomes a little less frustrating. And when you are trying to create a successful business, you're not willing to give up so easily on it because you're invested in it, right? So invest in yourself. Don't play small. Ask yourself what you really truly want. Put it on your vision board and don't not put something on your vision board because you think that it's not possible for you because it's just not true. Anything that you want is possible. So dream big. Dream as big as you possibly can. That's what we were meant to do. We weren't put here to play small. I know that I got to the point where I said, you know what, I'm tired of it because I did that my whole life up until a few years ago. And I'm starting to let myself dream much, much bigger now. And the more you allow yourself to dream big and about the things that you really want, the more you're going to start to believe that it's possible. Because all you have to do is look around for evidence that it's possible and you're going to find it. You're going to find it. If somebody else can start that successful business that you want, if somebody else can get that position that you want, if somebody else can have that car that you want, whatever it is, somebody else has that beautiful relationship that you want. They're not different than you. You can have it too. So dream big. Dream big, put it on your vision board. Wish me a happy birthday in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you like my material, if it resonates with you. And I will see you on Thursday. Thanks so much. I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.